Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the vlog I just cannot seem to make. I did it last night and it didn't upload, so I'm going to try it again. And first I'm going to say, put your thoughts out and prayers out for my little cinnamon bun cat, Weasley. He's currently in the hospital. He's extremely constipated, and they're helping him out, and they're going to keep him overnight. And yeah, so thoughts and prayers for my little buddy. I'm very worried about him. But yeah, and I'm dipping some Copenhagen snuff because I was trying to make this video before, but I've been getting a lot of phone calls today, so we'll pack a little filler. Holy shit! I just opened this can. Oh, okay. I thought I dipped like half the can. But anyhow, doesn't matter. Hilary requested that I start at the beginning with my busker stories and talk about my first day on the job. So I will. I moved to Peterborough with intentions of becoming a busker. I was just getting into the trying to be a songwriter. I was inspired by some Billy Bragg albums and some blues recordings I heard, and I thought, why don't I try to do that rather than fruitlessly trying to start a punk rock band, which is what I wanted to do, but I couldn't seem to get together in Oakville and Peterborough for a little bit. But yeah, so what I did is I moved to town. I bought myself a new guitar. My guitar got destroyed in the leaving Oakville party. And actually, no, it didn't get destroyed. It got stolen off the truck that we were loading up the truck for me to move here, and it was on top. And when I went away and I came back, and the kid from next door had it, and he was playing it in his hands, and it was just a cheap guitar, so I thought, oh, fucking give it to the kid, whatever. So I hope the kid learned how to play guitar better than me. But yeah, so I bought myself a nice guitar. I still have it. It's in lots of my older videos. It's an old Vantage, well, not old, but it's from the 90s. Vantage cedar top dreadnought acoustic. It's a wonderful guitar. The only reason I don't play it more right now is because I use specific strings on it, silk and steel strings, and I can't seem to find any right now. So, and it needs some new strings because they're broken. Shit. So I bought that guitar. I had a rack for my harmonicas. That's a story within itself, getting that rack. Very first thing I ever bought when I got my first paycheck from McDonald's, I got a rack to play my harmonicas in. It cost me, like, I don't know, whatever. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. Sorry, distracted. Very worried about my cat. So yeah, so what I did is I didn't go out immediately. Like, I stayed home and practiced because I still couldn't really do much, right? Like, I could strum a couple chord configurations, and I was just learning how to sing and play guitar at the same time. It's quite hard to learn, right, when you're first trying to do it, and a lot of people can't do it. So I was practicing that and practicing playing harmonica and guitar at the same time, and so I practiced up a bit, and got a couple songs together. Like a song that was popular at the time was Jane's Addiction's Jane Says, and I kind of like that song, so I learned up that. That's like 2 chords. Let's see if I can remember. I'm just gonna get myself a key. Jane says I'm through with Sergio. No treats me like a rag doll, you know, and that turned out to be my big money maker for ages. I learned that. I learned a Bad Religion song that I can't remember, that was easily played on acoustic guitar, um, and so. And I would spend a lot of time, or well, what I would learn is I would end up spending a lot of time just standing there strumming an E and an A chord and playing harmonica along with it, you know. So I was really nervous when I first set out to go busking because I'd never really been a performer before, and busking's a style of performance, you know. I didn't know what was going to happen, you know. I wasn't sure if people were going to stop and watch. I didn't know if I didn't know anything, you know. But I knew there was money to be made in it, and music to be played. Money to be made and music to be played, and you know, back in '92, our downtown was kind of more thriving. Now it's all fucking boarded up and shit. But you know, there wasn't panhandlers everywhere on every corner. Panhandlers make people feel put out, I guess. You know, and so I don't know. There wasn't any panhandlers, so there was buskers though. So I picked my spot, and I kind of made that my spot. You know, it was the corner of Hunter and George by the Royal Bank, and so I had a nice marble backdrop behind me, and it's a busy intersection. You know, you want a high traffic area, right? And I was comfortable there, so, and it was free, like it was open, you know, so. Yeah, so it was suggested to me to start early in the day because you get the morning rush of people walking to work and stuff. So I went out there for 8 in the morning, and you know, played me a little Jane Says and a little harmonica and guitar strumming, and I really enjoyed it, you know. And the first thing I learned, because this is all about things you learn when you're busking, is, you know, sometimes people get an audience if they're doing like a circus, like a little circus show on the street, or like they're a crazy one-man band, or you know, or like an act, you know, but like just a guy playing guitar on the street. Most people aren't going to stop and watch you. They're going to just walk by, throw a couple quarters or a loony in your case, and walk on. You know, that's the first thing I learned. People do not pay attention to what you're doing. Which is good and bad, you know. So yeah, so that was my first day. I still hadn't learned how to project my voice. You know, that's another thing you learn quick, is you have to learn how to really, really sing, like loud, you know, and not hurt yourself. And but yeah, I stood out there for about, I don't know, 2.5 hours, just playing harmonica and guitar and a little bit of Jane's Addiction, and I made over $40, so I made over $20 an hour doing that. And that was just the morning. That was just from 8 until about 10 or 10:30, you know, and yeah, and I went out again later in the day and made about the same. You know, I was pulling in good money being a busker on my very first day. So it was an awesome experience. Now, I hadn't yet really learned how to be a busker, but that was my first experience, just jumping into it both feet, you know, with no experience. And it paid off really well, so it made me want to do it and get better at it, you know. So I got really drunk that night. I was happy. And I continued to do that for quite some time. Be out there in the morning at the corner of Hunter and George, singing songs and playing guitar, and it's still my space. You know what I mean? Like whenever I'm downtown and I want to go busking, unless there's panhandlers there, you know, that's my space. Like I'll usually be able to get it, you know. I'm not claiming I own it or nothing, but it just always seems to work out that I get to busk there a lot. And every time I do it, it's like I remember that first day, you know. Um, yeah, it was wonderful, you know. And if I wasn't so paranoid about COVID-19 right now, I'd be out there right now, playing harmonica or singing and playing guitar. But I don't feel safe doing either because you know you don't want to be singing and spitting and stuff. I could do it with a mask on, I guess, but that wouldn't be very good. And playing harmonica is all about blowing air and sucking in air and touching your eyes and nose and mouth. You know, I don't feel safe doing it right now. But one day I'll hit the streets again. You know, I've played you know, festival stages with huge audiences. I've played amazing venues, you know, huge venues, legendary venues, all kinds of bars and stuff. But I gotta tell you, performing on the street, being a busker, is a really big part of my career and a very, very important part of it. And so I'm going to continue to tell you why in these upcoming videos. So yeah, that was my first day on the job as a busker. I cashed in and it paid off, and it was a really good experience. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna split. But be well, everybody, and have a fantastic day. And I'll see you soon. And pray for Weasley.